Kenneth Heath and Gano Watson.
Yeah.
We went over and did his homegoing.
And see, the cats that taught me how to play, him,
What?
Dwight Foster. We walk around Dwight's house, and he'd be smoking the pipe. You want to smoke
So
the
tell
pipe?
me again about the bands you started in. I just want to get some of this on record here.
Actually, well, I was in a group called the Chargers.
And your name?
Yeah.
That was in high school.
What's your name?
My name's Andre Hampton.
Okay.
I played the bass. I had Mr. Brady for 6 years.
Yeah.
Yeah, they had us like the Brady Bunch.
Yeah,
It was just
the original Brady
came
Bunch.
through there like that.
Yeah.
And so, in the Chargers, it was Carl Berry,
Mm-hmm.
Don Baston,
Mm-hmm.
Charles Holloway,
Uh-huh.
myself, Owen Meeks on drums,
Okay.
and we had every saxophone player in the class with us. Everybody that played sax.
Yeah.
You know.
So
James McReynolds.
yeah, was he went to Sumner too, right?
James
But
didn't.
he dropped out.
Who?
McReynolds.
Yeah, he went to Sumner.
Yeah.
He went to
Okay.
Yeah,
Sumner.
he did.
He
did.
went through Northeast and Sumner.
Mhm.
He didn't graduate, but he was at Sumner.
Yeah, he was at some.
Because he was in the stage band.
Yeah.
Okay.
We got
Yeah.
pictures of him in the stage band.
Yeah.
Charlie Taylor was in the stage band. I was in the stage band.
Yeah. I was in the stage band
He
when I was
He was
there.
in Mr. Clark.
But see, I started out under Brady at Northeast.
Yep.
We started out under Brady at Northeast.
That's why I'm one of the few that had him for 6 years. 'Cause
Yeah.
when I went there in my first year at Northeast in the 7th grade, or the 6th grade, which grade was it? I think it was the 7th grade. Mr. Brady was the music teacher.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, okay, I graduated from Northeast. I'm going to Sumner. I'm about to hit Mr. Clark. Walked in the music room, Mr. Brady. And but the bands, the Chargers was a high school band. We did a lot of gigs.
Mm-hmm.
And then once we got out of high school, because we was in competition with the airliners. That was Charlie, Ernest, C.C. Belton, them was singing on the talent show.
Yeah. Double C.
Yeah.
Double C Belton. C Belton.
Yeah. I'll sing you this.
Yeah.
But anyway, it was the talent show was one of the biggest things that went through Sumner.
Yeah.
Because I mean, you talk about basketball. We had a bad basketball team.
Oh,
we
okay.
had a tough.
Oh,
We
okay.
took state in '69.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Now, they was bad all through because we had Hughie, Paul Graham, Zachary Townsend. All of them brothers. Was
Nate.
Nate,
Robert Ford.
Robert Ford. All
That's
of
my
them.
cousin. All of it.
And
Yeah.
them cats was could
Them
run
balls. They
and play
balling.
ball.
They
They
balling,
was
man.
fast.
They balling.
The Everyday People was in Sumner.
And when did that band start?
No. Everyday People was after Sumner. Chargers was all the way till I graduated.
Everyday people had to come in around about 60, 70, 69 and 70.
Yeah, that's when that band started.
Yeah.
That was with me on the bass, Charlie Taylor on guitar,
LB.
LB singing, Lynn Pearson on drums, and Marvin Mitchell. We called him Goon from Enid, Oklahoma.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody else was from Kansas.
Yeah.
Right.
Everybody. And so that band toured, made records, and when we go on a tour, like we might go to Lawrence, Kansas or something like that.
You still have copies of the records?
Yeah, you can hear it on the internet. You just
Okay.
put it down. I wrote a song called Super Black, and that record sold. We didn't know it.
Mm-hmm.
None of us knew it sold. I'm still getting royalties.
Oh, okay.
It went overseas. Now, Everyday People was Sly's song, so we couldn't promote that.
Right.
Yeah.
But we promoted Super Black, which is a tune I wrote out.
Mm-hmm.
And then thinking it wasn't no good or nothing, but we played it everywhere we went because they would play it before we got to whatever town it was, like
Right.
Joliet, Illinois, or Mobile,
Right.
Alabama,
Mm-hmm.
Pensacola, Florida. I mean, we had this mobile home.
Mm-hmm.
We went all over the country.
Discoverer.
Yeah,
I know.
And y'all purchased it.
we bought it.
Yeah.
We bought
Yeah,
it.
they bought it.
It was like $17,000. We managed
He was renting it out to like for $125 a week. Cause we rented it when I was with Smiley and Third Movement, and we had to buy a hotel room anyway because we had the only girl bass player in the band, Naomi Bland. Yeah.
So, but the thing was, with Clarence, you never paid for nothing.
Right.
You paid for the rest of your life.
Right.
You know, I had an old custom amp, rolling pleated.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
I bought it. That was the only piece that, and then he bought blue rolling pleated custom amps
Yeah.
with the sparkle. But then after that, after we made our little record, we got a little money. So we went out and bought all clear glass equipment.
Yeah, I remember this. Yeah, I remember seeing y'all with that. The drums.
Double bass drum.
Yeah, exactly.
I had clear bass guitar. Charlie had clear guitar. Sounded like crap.
Yeah.
But I also had a Fender Precision fretless.
Yeah.
And Charlie had a Telecaster. He was a Telecaster man.
Yeah.
So when we was playing them real good. But on the pictures,
Yeah.
we put the glass
Yeah, the
stuff
show.
up. But
Yeah.
it would change colors no matter what color the light was.
Right.
Yeah.
It was a good idea.
Right.
But the equipment sounded horrible.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, that was Everyday People. We started out with me, Charlie Taylor, Goon, Marvin Mitchell, LB, and Beaver. After the military came in,
How long did you go to the military?
6 years. I was in the Army.
When'd you go in? You went in.
1970 to 1976.
Okay, I went in 66 and got out in 68.
So you would hit Vietnam.
Yeah, well, see, that's when I came back was when I started playing. I come right out and started playing on 5th Street. Down.
And this is Duck Warner now. Duck, hey man, bad singer, bad horn player. I remember everybody, I just love his horn playing. He's just great. And all of us was just studying.
Yeah.
And we just absorbed all the music we could every day.
Now the group changed. It morphed into another. Members
They
came
called
in.
Everyday People Life. That's behind everybody getting military.
Yeah.
I left. Well, first Chuck left. So that's how our Wilkes got in. Because we was playing down on 5th Street in front of the bowling alley. I don't remember what it was
Kingpin.
called. Kingpin.
King, the
bowling alley.
Kingpin Club.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we was outside on the stage.
5th Street. That was from 50-yard line. Where was that at?
50-yard line was on 5th Street. Same
It was
place,
about
up the street from Kingpin.
You know where the old you know where the bus station is right there on 5th Street.
Yeah.
Okay, that was the bowling alley there, and you come up past that about a half a block, and that's where the 50-yard line was. It was upstairs over Sonny Selectman's garage.
Yeah, see, back then,
And
I made a living on 5th Street.
Yeah.
me too.
Because there was someplace to play.
Yeah.
You could play on either side of the street.
Yeah.
It was wide open, man.
50-yard line, the 19-hole club,
18-hole.
Donald Dixon's club, In-Town Country Club.
Yeah, in the barbershop, Leslie.
Yeah, Leslie Barbershop.
He had a thing in the back.
In the back
back
there.
and play. But see, back then, when we went to that, we was playing down on 5th Street outdoors. It
Yeah.
was some kind of something. And here come the Rhythm Makers. That's how I got to know Ira, because he was in a group called the Rhythm Makers.
Yeah, yeah.
And so
Want me to lock it up, bro? Want me to lock it up?
It's fine. Oh, yeah, just push the button and then.
Okay.
So after we was playing down there, we got to hear the Rhythm Makers. And Ira was the baddest thing in the Rhythm Makers.
Yeah, yeah.
So, not knowing at the time, hey brother,
Well, look at here. What's going on?
Oh man, I'm going home, man. Dad, I'm going home.
I don't know why you would.
I only live across the street, but I'm going home anyway.
all these cats,
What you been doing, man?
I played with his daddy.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You talking
I played
about
with
Frank?
his daddy.
Yeah.
The Frank Smith trio?
Yeah.
Yeah, I played with his daddy. I sung with him too.
Yeah.
And his other
That's what I'm
brother.
saying, man. These
Yeah,
cats taught me.
Yeah.
His father, Sonny Kenner, Dwight
Yeah.
Foster,
Dwight Foster.
taught me how to play.
Yeah.
I mean, Mr. Brady taught me now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna give you credit where I went at school. I was over Dwight Foster's house trying to learn bass, guitar. Dwight could
Yeah.
play everything.
Yeah.
But anyway,
What was your boy name that played with Sonny Kenner, the drummer? Sang on.
Dwight
No,
Jenkins.
Dwight Jenkins.
Dwight Jenkins.
Singing. Ooh,
Yeah, played the
old
drums
school.
and sang. It was trio. That's after Everyday People. I came back from the military. I got with Sonny Kenner. We made a lot of CDs. But anyway, we met Ira. Charlie Taylor got drafted. We didn't have a guitar player, but we had everything else. So we incorporated Ira. Next thing, I'm gone military. So when I came back,
You got the invite to the party.
Clyde and her was playing at the Flankers.
Yeah.
He took every piece of equipment I had. All the band members I had was in Clyde and them. I came back, man. I walked in the Flankers. I saw James McReynolds, Davy Joe,
The neck boner.
Mac Reynolds, Dwayne McFetters, it's Dwayne Smith.
Yeah.
what's his name?
Neckbone?
Played the drum. Man,
Orange Mix?
No. This is before Orange, man.
Oh, really?
Yeah, for Orange, yeah.
This is before Orange. This was Aaron Strong.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
See,
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
See, I'm going all the way back.
We're going way back.
See, before then, if you was in Kansas, you play with Kansas.
Yeah.
If you was in Missouri, you play with Kansas cats like Ronnie and Lonnie.
Yeah.
See, they was Lonnie in the band.
Yeah.
And now they was trying to run over the everyday people. They couldn't do it at that time.
Right.
Now, after a while, once I got back, and I saw James McReynolds and Dwayne, they had Aaron on the drums, they had Betty Joe playing trombone and keyboard.
And keyboard, yeah.
Nobody else was up there, I can't think of. But anyway, man, I came back.
Yeah, that's
I
fine.
was just done. And I was like, God, and they was killing, man.
See, back in those days, I couldn't decide who was the funkiest between Orange Mix and the little short dude from Kansas.
We had Buckwheat.
Buckwheat,
Yeah,
that's what I'm
yeah,
talking about.
Buckwheat.
That's what I'm
Buckwheat
talking
was
about.
with us too.
Yeah.
I got a picture of all of us playing Buckwheat.
Buckwheat.
But these cats could play.
Yeah.
Man, Aaron had sticks so big, they were just this big.
Look like brooms.
Yeah, when you hit the drum,
yeah.
man, the drum would just bounce. Boom, boom, and man. We had a pocket,
Yeah.
man, just
Mm-hmm.
out of this world.
Yeah, those two cats, man. But the thing about Buckwheat, man, that Popeye, man.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
See,
shit.
Nobody
Oh.
Popeye like Buckwheat,
Buckwheat
man.
and Orange and Meeks.
That's right, that
Those
Popeye,
two.
bro.
But when you wanted some funk, you had to go get Aaron Strong.
Yeah.
Cause,
Yeah.
Aaron had the syncopation,
Yes,
and,
sir.
and he had an internal clock
Yeah.
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 that would just. And I'm a bass player.
Yeah.
But see, I don't want to play a lot of lead bass.
Right.
I want a pocket.
Yeah.
I mean, them cats, when I get through, I'll be just, man, these cats is
Yeah.
it's too much, man.
But see, when it came down to show drummers,
Mhm.
wasn't the one. Beaver.
Beaver was bad.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
there was no.
That's what
they didn't
everybody-
even- I mean,
everybody
y'all,
said that.
people, they would come in town
I
and
got
dudes,
records with Beaver on.
dudes would come in town and hear Beaver, and they go like, man, I'm not gonna even play.
Yeah,
I'm
well,
putting
now,
my, I'm putting
now
my stuff
Beaver
on.
had these double bass drums,
Mhm.
and it sounded like machine guns.
Yeah.
And I had, man, it was killing, man.
Yeah.
It was killing.
He was that
You
good.
talking about like on what is hip?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
But see, those people weren't around then.
No, they weren't. No.
They hadn't
No.
had, that was just Mr. Brady teaching us how to play and keep time. He was
Yeah.
more like, Mr. Brady was like a metronome.
Yeah.
And see, and Beaver would always play so much, he would lose time until he got older.
Yeah. Yeah.
Cause he'd go run around and come back and be on the wrong beat.
Yeah.
He learned how to fix that. He stopped that.
I wish it was way to put some kind of electronic device on one person's head and transfer. I want to get his head.
Oh, it's some of that. It's some of that. You know, I'm gonna say this here,
And I wanna get Mr. Brady's head.
I've heard of it. It's where the spiritual connection be so great that you got what they call ghost notes.
Hey man,
You
I'm telling you,
look here. Come on, man. Come on. It's some ghost notes out here, buddy.
we would get into a groove,
Yes.
and it would feel like we just float.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
it was like
yeah.
we knew. I knew
Yeah.
what you gonna play.
Yeah.
You know what I'm gonna play.
Right,
Yeah.
And that's when me and Ira would just go.
Yeah.
It's gone. It's
Yeah.
your pocket now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And ain't nothing you can do to mess it up.
No.
Cause I'm looking at Beaver. Beaver's looking at me. We looking at Charlie Taylor. We looking at Ira.
Yeah.
And Goon didn't play no organ. He was like slide.
Yeah.
Man, we had a pocket, man.
Yeah.
That everyday people band.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Too much.
Yeah, I remember it.
I'll tell you that it was, we had, man, I mean, the guys would be playing so much stuff. It was so much stuff being played.
Well, you know, Doug, well, I'm gonna tell you something about you, man, that I always love. that was, listen, me and Duck would be like, Duck, you know that little thing, that shaker thing?
Yeah.
Kabasa.
Yeah.
Me and him would get into a conversation with the kabasa and the drum, and we'd be so locked in, man. And
Yeah.
if the band stopped playing, we'd still have them entertained, man.
See, right now, man,
That pocket, man.
you got real history between him and me and I was playing professional at the nightclubs at 13.
Wow.
And my parents would have to come because I had to have a liquor
Right.
control card.
I remember
And
them
I had to
days.
leave out of the club, go sit in the car with my father on breaks.
Yeah.
Right.
And see, that started with Sonny.
I knew you was
Yeah.
playing that long.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh
yeah.
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 Oh
But see,
yeah.
people thought I was older because I was out there.
Yeah.
And I'm
Well, she
playing.
kind of looked the part. Too.
Yeah, I don't know.
No, I just played.
When I was 13, I was playing out of AGs with Sonny
He
Kemp.
looked like he's 25 when he's 13.
Sonny had a black comic. Remember that old
Yeah.
comic?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
And man, it was just a cloud in the car.
Yeah.
It was like this wall was. and
One thing I always
and I was
respected
too
about
young.
you, though, brother, is the way you always carried yourself.
Oh, thank
Well,
you,
see,
man.
you know what? I'm gonna say this here, and most musicians, I can honestly say, most musicians that came out under Brady,
Yes, sir.
we got the same.
Yeah, we
If you look,
yeah.
look,
Yeah, he came out.
everybody got the same mindset.
Well, Mr.
That
Brady
you wanna
didn't
be-
just teach you music.
No, he
He
taught
taught
you
you how to
life.
be a man,
Taught you
Yes.
life
how
and
to be
living.
respectful.
Yeah.
And I mean, and some of us fell off, you know,
Yeah.
and got into the drugs, but
Yeah.
I ain't never known him.
Yeah.
I ain't never been on that end, but we would pass each other. He'd be
Yeah.
leaving out of the Phoenix, and I'm coming into Phoenix.
Yes.
You know, we just going from here to there and
Yeah.
here to there. Man, I remember Speedy used to blow my mind.
Boy.
Little guy, man, he played drums and tap dance. And
Yeah. Yeah.
I'd be at the club, and I got a car. I'm packed up, ready to go. Get to the next spot, Speedy already.
He
there.
already.
Wow.
He was already there, man.
You know, I learned so much from the old cats. I played with Lawrence Wright now,
Oh yeah.
and that was the
Yeah.
baddest.
Well, you know
that
who
was
Lawrence Wright's son is?
Marcus.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was the
Oh,
baddest.
yeah.
That was the baddest big band blues band in Kansas City.
Yeah.
And
Lawrence
the best
Wright.
boy, I'm gonna tell you, the best blues shuffle I ever heard in my life.
Thank you, Doc. Oh, you wouldn't.
You close. No cigar. No cigar.
I get honorable mention.
No, your honorary mention. No, was
Honorable mention.
and he passed away here last year. Was L.C. Gant.
Mhm.
L.C. Gant.
Yeah.
And you had to hear him because in that shuffle he'd be playing. It didn't sound like he was playing much, but you sit and listen, and even drummers come to town. They just.
Yeah.
And all he used to do
I
is
remember seeing him, man, when I was, you know, playing with them old cats. And they at that time, they had a union, 34-627.
Yeah,
There was
yeah.
a black union and a white union. Now, I'm going to tell you how that worked. I played everywhere because I was with all the different ages.
right.
And this guy that used to be the president of the union, Wright,
Yeah. Yeah.
he would give me a hard time. But when he found out I was with Sonny, he let off of me. All the
Yeah.
other times he walked into the...
You talking about Sonny Kenner?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
See, I was with Sonny for, God, 14 years.
Well, you know, that's how them cats did. It was kind of like a code. Unless somebody acknowledged you,
Yeah.
you wasn't in the.
I was always
Yeah.
getting work fines. I was getting
Yeah.
dues fines. I was getting
Yeah.
fined.
Yeah.
And he was just messing with me.
Yeah.
Because now, I'm playing with the everyday people at the Uptown Theater
Oh
or
man.
Memorial Hall. And here he come. Hey, you got your
Card.
Card.
you
Yeah.
got your card.
Mhm.
I'm like, man, I got no card.
Yeah.
You know, so then I'm over here playing I'm over here playing at the I think it was called OG's. Ali
Yeah.
Case had a place.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, up there in Indiana.
I'm telling you before I go back, man.
Boy, you
Yeah.
going back?
And I'm playing up here, and here he come. Hey, buddy. And he knew who I was playing with. He didn't see Sonny. Sonny had went outside. He was in the car. And he's like, hey, man, I got to have this. You got to, you know, I'm going to have to give you a fine. I said, okay, I'll tell you what, man. I'll be right back. Because now I got fed up. I ain't giving you time. So I said, Sonny, I'm about to pack, man. I'm about to book up. Where you going? Union man, and they're hassling me, man. So I'm going home. I'm not giving them no more money. He said, whoa, 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 whoa. Came in there and said, hey, man, Hamp's playing with me. See, a lot of people don't even know my name is Andre.
Right.
Mhm.
Right.
Everybody said, hey, he said, Hamp is playing on this stage with me. I got a green sheet. I said, okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Left me alone.
Yeah.
Never bother me again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But all them years, I can't remember, his last name was Wright, but he was the president of the union.
Yeah.
And when I first started, it was a 34
Mhm.
and a 627.
Right.
They were, one was white and
The
one was black.
And we didn't ever the upper echelon gigs. We didn't
The
ever
white
get those
boys
at
always
all.
got the good kids.
Yeah, all the Country
You know,
Club Plaza, the
Alameda,
auditorium.
you know, and we down here on
Yeah.
31st and Truce.
Yeah.
You
Well,
know, doing what we doing.
Did you ever play Roy's?
Roy's Gold
Roy,
Lounge,
we
yeah.
played up in Roy, 27 Truth.
Sure
Oh
did.
man, come
I
on.
tell you where I played that was real dangerous. That was a place called the Green Duck.
Oh, yeah, wait a minute now.
Uh-oh.
Don't forget about the Eblon.
Oh yeah.
And wait a minute.
Down
and-
here
and
off of
where Danny's
Richmond.
is.
Yeah.
No, the Eblon over there. Then the El Cap.
Oh
Of
man.
course.
Come on, Doug.
Yeah. El
And
Capitan.
Emmett Lounge. The Hangar Bar.
You know where the building that's falling apart over there?
Yeah, the old Walt Disney thing.
No, on 19th and Vine. Is that the El Capitan? No.
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 19th on corner. Of
Yeah,
19th and
the
Vine.
Mardi Gras.
Mardi
Yeah.
Gras. That's the one.
Yeah.
See, all of these places.
Yeah, we always in
let me
all
tell you,
those.
man. We played enough for me to make a living and not have a job.
That's right.
Yeah.
We did.
Because I played 5-6 nights a week,
Yeah.
all the time.
And there were clubs on both sides. They was
working this cats around.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
Well, see, then not only was playing there, but see, like I said, I was playing with Tommy Soul.
I remember
I was
him.
playing with Lawrence Wright and them. Then I started playing with Smiley and them. We was
Right.
over at the Inferno.
Yeah.
We played over there for a long time.
Yeah. See, the Inferno.
And then we'd leave Inferno
You go out to
and
AG.
go on out to
But
AG's.
see, the thing was,
Well, I got some
we would play at the
Inferno
Bunny
stories.
Club
Mhm.
on
Yeah.
Quindale. There was one Bunny Club down on
That's where
Parallel.
the original Bunny Club
Yeah.
on 13th and Parallel.
and then it moved up on Quindale.
Yeah.
So what we would do, every day people come back in town. This is with Ira and all of us, and the Bunny Club. They were relatives for me. My auntie was married to Ed, my father's sister.
Oh.
That's how come whoever was in the Bunny Club
Yeah.
had to leave when everyday people came in
Right,
town.
right.
They
right,
would be hot
Right.
because we had a record, and we come in here. I don't care if it's summer, winter. Them people would come around that corner, all the way around the corner, in the winter, trying to get in to see that everyday
Yeah.
people band.
Yeah.
And so I tell you who got so mad at us. I thought we was gonna have to fight them brothers. A group called Smoke
Ernie Malone there.
and Melvin
And
Mann.
Melvin Manning.
And man,
That's
Larry
me.
Brown.
I was with those guys.
Wayne Russell.
right. So we've been on tour, man. We had what we call the Chitlin tour.
Yeah.
We've been from Florida to Alabama, Mississippi,
Yeah, we went all in places with smoke too, didn't
and,
we?
and we just toured that whole. And then we hit Chicago on Bill Street and the South Side and the West Side. But by then, we all wanted to come home. We was making good money, but everybody wanted to come
Tired.
home.
Yeah.
LB had a little baby he hadn't seen yet, and all of this kind of stuff was going on. So we came back to town, and I came home. I wasn't planning on playing. I was just gonna stay home. I was so hungry. We've been missing meals and everything.
Yeah.
So I'm sitting at the house, and Uncle Ed called Mama and said, "Is Andre home?" She said, "Yeah, he's here. Ask him if you want to play." Because it would be either Uncle Earl, Uncle Don,
Mm-hmm.
Uncle Bob,
Mm-hmm.
and let's see, Earl, Don, Bob, and Ed.
And Ed, yeah.
They would say, "Come on, nephew, we need you up here."
Mm-hmm.
And these cats was playing. And I'm thinking, man, I don't want to do that. That's cold. So Uncle Earl, he didn't take no
He
nonsense.
didn't do it, no.
He didn't take no nonsense. I could talk out of Uncle Ed. I could talk him out. I don't know, man. Uncle Earl say, "What time y'all getting here?"
Mhm.
That's it.
That's it.
I'll be there at 6. So what I would do, I would go to Old Lather, get the van, all the equipment in the trailer, bring it up and park it in front of the club. Now we ain't even in there. Quindale, people talking about how bad it is. All that thousands of dollars worth of equipment sitting right in front of it,
Yeah.
right on 13th and Quindale.
Yeah.
Nobody touch it.
Not ever, no.
Not with the Watson brothers there too. Now that made a difference.
Yeah.
But he would run whoever's there out. They got to go.
And that's Earl Watson's dad was running.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, that's Earl Watson Sr. He runs the wreck down here.
Yeah, on 10th Street.
Mm-hmm.
They had a liquor store on 10th, 13th.
They had the original Bunny Club was right there at 13th and Parallel,
Mhm.
and and you had to go up about 40
Up
steps
the steps.
to get up the steps to get to it. We had to carry
Right.
a B3 organ up all them
Mhm.
steps. Every band's B3
Yeah,
organ.
yeah, I heard he just died.
Yeah, I was playing with Hank and the Del Rays,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Hank Rowland,
Yeah.
and Gordon and I, we went down to Mobile, Alabama
Sure
with
did.
Smoke Mill.
Well, I tell you what now, it was a band that would knock us off the block too. It was called the Shy Lights.
Yeah.
And they would come down to the 50-yard line.
Yeah.
And now we running that. That was our spot. Plus
Right.
my uncle let me come up here. So
Yeah.
I just worked, you know.
Yeah.
And so here we in there playing and Sunday Select. Hey brothers, pack your stuff up tonight.
Mm-hmm.
Man, I thought we was gonna be here. No, y'all gotta go. Then I
Okay.
come back the next night and it's the Shy Lights.
Okay.
I'm like, oh man. Then they had a band called Nitro, came out of Denver. Then they had
Gene Scott.
yeah,
And then they had
Scott Free.
yeah, Scott Free. He's down in Texas somewhere. I said,
Gene
and
Scott,
then
Scott
I tell you what really
Is he still
screwed.
playing?
I don't know. I tell you what really got everybody was your boy and them when they come in town. The Superiors.
Mm-hmm.
They was a singing
Right.
group, but the band behind them was
Now you know
What
what
was the
we
name of the
did.
band?
the
We got a
Superiors.
guy named Howard Beaumont.
Oh, that
Yeah.
Howard Beaumont. Come on now.
Howard Beaumont came and started playing with the everyday people.
Yeah, and I started doing that with Ira and stuff too
Yeah.
later on
Mhm.
in
Yeah.
the '80s. But that
Yeah.
this was back
Yeah, this was
way back in the
oh,
'70s or
Yeah.
I'll tell you something happened to me down there one time. I had Louis Dupree's amp. He played with Clyde.
Okay,
and him. He
yeah.
was a bass player for Clyde and him and hurt Louis Dupree. But me and Louis is like this. Anyway, he passed away. I'm down there playing, man, having a ball. And here comes time to go. I left, went with a friend. Come back from over Missouri, driving down I said called the Viaduct. And I'm looking at all this fire. Like, what is that over there on fire? Now I done borrowed Dupree's amp. And my father told me, don't borrow nobody's stuff. God bless the child that has his own.
Yeah. Yeah.
I ain't gonna listen. I got the money for an amp and everything. I don't want to buy no amp. I got to buy me some wheels for my car.
Yeah.
Shoot, man, I come down Fifth Street, Thunderbirds, 50-yard line's on fire. It's
Yeah.
a blaze.
Yeah.
Wow.
Somebody poured gas down in the back door.
Yeah.
Set it on fire. Burn up everything.
Now, me and
So-
Ira had a conversation. We were just talking about what he said. The Bottoms, or was it? Maybe it might have been over in the River Key or what? Or the Bottoms, the
Oh, yeah,
gangster
River
used to
Key.
have it, and they started blowing up clubs and
Right.
That
things
was
like
River Key.
that.
That was River Key.
Yeah.
That's River Key.
Yeah.
Me and Ira and them was playing there.
Yeah.
And so the only place that didn't burn up was the little strip club.
Yeah.
That's what I was getting ready to say. The night before that happened,
They told us to get up out of there.
we
Yeah,
was playing.
they
with-
told you.
We was I was playing with Horace in there, and the dude told me and Horace sitting at the bar was we gonna take our equipment home.
Yep, they told us the same thing.
Right, and
Yeah.
when we
And
said,
we was
and
at
we
some
said-
place called
he
the
said,
Bar.
and he told us, he said, look, he said, if you leave it here, it's not going to be here tomorrow.
They blew that whole
So,
whole
yeah,
But
thing.
they
you know,
did.
man, I'm gonna tell you what, man, that war that they was having was unique because, you know, the ones, some of the cats that was involved that should have got hit didn't get hit. You know, like the people that they did get. Who was that they blew up on the way to St. Louis by remote control?
Oh,
Was
yeah.
that Tiger?
Mhm.
Was that
No,
Tiger?
he ended up in jail.
Mhm.
Okay, one of them they blew somebody up by remote control. There's a lot of stuff. You know, whenever you do that,
Yeah.
when you go back to them days where where they was pretty much doing what they was doing, and they get set up again, it's always something like
Well,
that.
that's just like when the Casablanca
Casablanca,
went
man.
down. Then Jimmy Willis opened up that building on the other side of it where Walker Electric is, which is old Burdette filling station.
Right.
He opened a barbecue joint. It went up.
Yeah.
See, when I came home from the army,
Mm-hmm.
man, I went uptown to Todd's and got me a hat, dressed and everything. I ain't seen that. My brother didn't told me nothing. See, I get home, he said, "Where you going, man?" "Going up to the Casablanca, man." He said, "Really?" Yeah, he said, "Oh, we got all duded up and everything. You going to the gas station?" He ain't say a word. I got dressed, man. My mother said, "What you gonna do?" I said, "I'm going to see my friends play up at the Casablanca." She said, "What?" Okay. Drove up there, man, my old 442. Hole in the street, nothing there.
Nothing.
Yeah,
I was
wow.
like, wow. I came back, well, y'all tell me. He said, well, you didn't ask.
Yeah. Well, you know, nothing did ever come up of your boy's place that was across the street there. Seafood Grotto, because he had the restaurant there. I was working in there, washing dishes after I was in the band, high school band, summer band. Come out of there, I started working after I come out of there. But he had a little jazz club in there with a big baby, a little small baby crib,
a baby grand piano sitting up on the thing. Nothing ever happened to that one. I don't know what.
Right. I don't know what that seafood was crazy.
Boy, tell me about it.
But all of them guys, see, I went and played at the Springfield Federal Penitentiary with Sonny. And I'm like, it's in Springfield, Missouri. I'm walking in here, I'm like, I don't know like this place, man. As soon as I walk in, Hamp, I'm like, whoa, who was that? Turned out to be James Brown, that used to dance and jump off the rail and all that. And then here comes Jimmy Willis. He locked up.
Damn.
So Jimmy said, hey man, all them guys, they work for me.
Yeah.
And they, sure did.
Yeah.
Because Sonny played for him, I played for him.
Yeah.
I think Dwight was with us, he played for him.
Yeah.
It was just like a family reunion at the penitentiary.
Yeah. Everybody, you know, you didn't, it didn't, you know, if you didn't see them out on the streets, they was one, two places. Either dead or in the penitentiary. More likely in the penitentiary.
Hey, let me ask you something. When you was out on the road, was it a story where you remember where it was a good time and a bad time at the same time?
Yeah.
Whole bunch of them.
I remember.
That was so crazy though. It was a good time and a bad time at the same time. We need to write a song called that.
We was leaving Joliet, Illinois. We had been there for about a week, and our parents was driving the bus. Now we made some money, man.
Yeah.
I mean, some money for kids our age making that kind of money.
Yeah.
You know, man, I owned a car, had a little house and everything. Anyway, we driving down the highway. Clarence holler, I'm wore out. I need somebody to get up and take this steering wheel. I'm like, I ain't gonna do it, man. I'm tired too. And then Beaver said he wouldn't wake up. It's Beaver's turn. He just wouldn't get up. He just played crazy. So I'm up here, I'm all sleepy and stuff. I said, all right, man, pull over, I'll drive. I got behind the wheel. I'm going. We went all the way to Mississippi. All I remember seeing some white stuff flap off the side of the van. It was made out of white fiberglass. I done hit the bridge. I'm asleep. I mean, we all in there sleep.
You hit what?
The Mississippi Bridge.
Damn.
I mean, I didn't hit it. I scraped it all down the side of the bridge. And man, Clarence woke up and said, man, what are you doing? I'm like, I was asleep just like you.
Damn.
I'm done, man. I don't want to drive this thing no more.
Yeah.
So, because I always like, man, this thing cost us $17,000. Like that was $1 million back then.
Yeah,
I guess it was. But that was the one time when we had a good night and a bad night at the same time.
Well, I got one where a certain hurricane came along.
Oh shit.
And me and him sitting in, we was in a room together, sitting there sharing a box of Church's chicken.
Yeah.
We sitting down there, it's a hurricane coming, and we don't know what the heck to do about it, because we ain't never been in a hurricane,
man.
And oh my God, we sitting there, and we talking about what you think gonna happen with it?
Man, look here, I've never been in a hurricane. And what it was, it started up like about 4:30 that evening, and I mean the wind. We was in little one-story flats down there, and so along about 11 o'clock, it got real quiet.
Yeah.
And I said, "We in the eye of this hurricane."
Hey.
Yeah, he did say that.
I told you. I said, "We in the eye right now."
He said that.
And he said, "What?" I said, "We in the eye of it." I said, "This is only halfway over with."
He sure did.
Because I'd been in there. When I was up in Virginia, I'd been through a bunch of that, so I kind of knew. I said, and it was so quiet.
Yeah.
It was quieter in there than it is in a funeral home. It's
Yeah,
quiet.
it was crazy.
It was quiet. You didn't hear.
You didn't hear no traffic,
nothing.
no nothing, just quiet.
And it started back up about 11 and went to about 3 in the morning. I was up all the time. But I said, if you just start going off this, I'm finding the first corner I can find and just hang there. Then all the power went out, and they was trying to. We was trying to get some power. They had big generators because there's an armory right next to it. They wouldn't even give us one.
Have you ever seen the tops of the trees bow down and kiss the ground?
Wow.
Yeah. And cars stacked 8 or 9 on top of each other.
Do you remember? You remember when they found the USS Alabama on dock? It had came on land.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, they dropped.
Hurricane Frederick. I think the winds was like 150, 160 miles an hour.
Glad I wasn't in there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we matter of fact, we had went down there, and I tell you who we did a warm-up show in Mobile down there, and I tell you who was on the show, Lenny Williams.
That's right.
Oh, yeah.
Lenny
That's
Williams
right.
was
That's
on the
right.
show with us, and we went down there and we
Yeah.
smoked up some stuff because our little Kansas City band, you know,
Oh, yeah.
we was.
You remember that time that we won that Battle of the Bands with the Gap Band?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Down there, down there in their hometown.
Yeah.
At what was it? What was
That-
that? Zodiac Club.
Yeah,
Yeah.
down to Zodiac. Yeah, yeah. We went. We had what we had,
That's cool.
man. And
Yeah, we was
had
in-
our own brand of what was
Oh,
going
it's
on.
on
Yeah.
City Sound, man.
Yeah.
I remember me and Ira and Sam Johnson.
Oh,
We had
Yeah.
we had a band that was playing behind the Enticers. It was a singing group. Tommy Sipple, Joey,
Yeah.
James Belcher, James Hancock. Well, they was the singers. This is the first time we ever left home, Ira, me, and Sam. This was before all them other bands.
Okay.
So we went to Chicago, following behind this guy named Joe Cobb. He was the #1 disc jockey. And Ira verified everything I'm telling you. We got there, and we was thinking we was pretty tough, you know. Messing around and ran into a band called the Violators. First
See,
time
now
we
that
heard-
ain't even right.
First time we heard them, man, I was ready to go home. Like, I was like, oh, this guy,
Yeah.
Did you feel violated?
man.
Before.
First time we walked in that place, they was playing country and western music. I'll tell you,
Uh-huh.
bum, 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 bum. And I'm like, oh man, we're gonna kill these dudes. And somebody went and told them, they got a band from Kansas City and they want to sit in. He said, what? Like they just changed the channel. Click, 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 click. Went to phone. I was like, oh Lord. have mercy.
Oh Lord.
And they
Change the channel.
Yeah, I was like, and me and I looked at each other, and Sam, I said, man, we need to go home and practice before we feel these guys. He said, oh man, just come on, we just gonna do what we gonna do. I said, okay. We got smoked.
All right, I'm gonna end this here.
Yeah.
This is Duck Warner,
Hi.
Garland Smith,
Hey,
Andre Hampton,
Hello.
Crayge Lindesay. Let me make sure it's still recording. Yeah.
thank
Yeah,
you.
we still recording.
We here.
All of us is in here.
Yeah.
Hey.
All of us together.
going on?
Hey.
What's the date, y'all?
This is
Today?
Third.
No, today.
8/4/21.
8/4/21.
That's right, August.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, we getting ready to hit rehearsal. So
And remember, the life you save may be yours. So stay away from ugly people. I mean,
And only you can prevent forest fire.
only you.
That was a nice stroll down memory lane, man.
okay.
Yeah.
All the way back.
Wait a minute.
Yeah.
We ain't through yet. It's some things that we sat here and talked for a while, Craig.
Yeah.
Ooh, it's some
Oh, I
things-
know.
It's a lot of things we ain't even touched on.
Like I said, Ira, he's been hitting it with me. I need to get him.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. See,
He got so many
He'll tell
stories.
you about Chicago, me, him,
Yeah.
and Sam Johnson.
Yeah.
Yeah.